All right, everybody, welcome to the Creative Hustle Lounge. I'm your host, Tiernen Rice, and today I have somebody very special to share with you guys. We've got my buddy, Anthony Reyes.
Hello.
AJ, as I call him. This dude and I, we literally started making videos back in middle school. We were those kids running around with cameras, trying to be Freddie Wong, Corridor Digital, make some action shorts on YouTube. That was our dream, was to be YouTubers making short form content, not no vlogging crap like what you got today, like actual like effects driven, real story stuff.
Yes.
Somehow, just goofing around with our friends, making these videos really shaped our lives even up until now that we're almost 30. I ended up going into corporate, doing weddings, building my own business. And AJ over here, he joined the Marines and then got out and started his own acting career. He's been in The Mayor of Kingstown and even a background actor in the new Superman film.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna dive into everything. We're gonna, cover our past, our present, our future, and just kind of talk about all the things that we've been through and where we're trying to go. So without further ado, let's get into this shit. So hey, AJ, how you doing, man?
Fuck. It's all right. It's not too bad. Just been working on some personal projects, trying to learn my skills on behind the camera more than in front of camera these days. Been trying to make shorts, to make short films.
Yeah, I mean we did. Wow, that was what, last year or the year before? When we did Whispers.
Yeah, Whispers.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Yeah, Whispers in the Woods. We made like a 10-minute short film. Excuse me, we just had pizza. We did like a 10-minute short film where it was kind of a proof of concept from our earlier days, which I guess is a good segue into our earlier days.
Yeah.
When we started making videos in middle school. We hadn't made really anything since we were maybe 18 or 19 together. So fast forward 10 years and we decided that we were going to make a short film just to prove now that we have the equipment, we have the skills that we could do it. And it turned out really well. I think from concept to like final release, it was 3 weeks?
Yeah.
We did it all in under a month.
Pretty short, intense film and release.
Yeah. Literally the definition of guerrilla filmmaking of just going at it.
I felt bad. I was like, oh man. I was like, all I did is act and write this.
But you killed that
scripts,
though.
But
dude, you killed acting that role. Like the river scene.
I appreciate it.
I can't get over that.
It was fun. I like making the monsters and stuff like that too. But I was like, man, these guys are editing. I was like, I wish I could help. I was just like, good job, guys. You got this.
No, it turned out well, and it was a lot of fun writing with you because back in the day we would just kind of show up with a camera and be like, I have this loose idea and figure it out scene after scene.
We'd improv the whole short every time.
And they were like, why aren't we as big as Corridor Digital or Freddie W?
I don't get it. We only post once a month.
But no, it was really cool writing with you and bouncing ideas off you. And the thing that I've always appreciated about us making videos together, even back when we were kids, is you think of the stuff I don't think of, and you think of approaching things very differently, which I feel like when we actually work together on something, it's really
we do.
It covers a lot of perspectives.
We do get in sync. It's everything gets covered. When our brains are
mind melding,
are zapping.
We do the fusion, Dragon Ball Z. Honestly, though, I guess that is a good segue into where we started.
True. It's funny because I was actually looking at some old screenshots. I'll have to send them to you so you can show them on there. But it was just what I used to edit on was Video Pad.
Doodling best free video editor, and it's all janky.
So, 3 frames per second.
On these janky home laptops that we picked up for $100.
I remember one of my laptops still had a little mouse nub in the center.
Yeah, I remember, what was it? What was the video we made where it was you and Tyler and I, and we had our laptops set up back to back in my room at my mom's place. I think it was it Gone? Or no, it was the Breaking Bad one.
It was the Breaking Bad one, yeah.
Because we wanted to get it out for the premiere. And I swear our laptops were smoking because we were all in After Effects.
That room
just
was
like,
hot.
It was hot. I think we pulled an all-nighter kicking out all those VFX shots.
It's like that one scene from Edgar Saw, was crawling through like the heat oven. Basically.
We got it done though.
We did.
We got it done.
And then I deleted it.
I still have the clips though.
Yes,
that
yeah,
was,
we got some clips.
Thank God. But yeah, no. So I remember when how I started getting into video. I don't even know if we've ever really discussed how we each individually started getting into it. I just remember us getting together and being like, "Let's make some stuff."
I think it was Turk. Turk was like our middle ground.
Right, that Facebook video where you pull out all the guns.
Pull all the guns out. That was our first video together.
Right. I remember how I got started is I found this like janky, it was like when physical film was switching to digital still, so they were like coming up with all these different formats of like how to save this footage, and it was like, it had like a cassette in it, but it was like a digital cassette. I started making like these janky little videos, like cutting in camera because, you know, I didn't have a computer to pull it off onto. So it was like, I would turn it off and then like cut to a new scene. So it was all like off video in the camera. And then, you know, I graduated up to that little, that flip camera where, the little one that we had. I started making stuff with that. I think it was the stuff I was posting on Facebook where I was just like making clones of myself because I didn't have anybody to make anything with.
Yeah.
I don't remember. So we went to school together, and then you ended up going to a different school, and then you came back.
And I came back.
And in that time, you started making videos too.
Yeah.
So it was like in that separate space, we both started doing it.
It was something because I remember my first camera was like this little Family Dollar camera you could buy for like $5, and it was like loud as hell. Just like if you play back the footage, like
You just hear the fan going.
that's all it was. So I made shorts of that, and then I got like this random digital like Sony camera, just like a little, I don't even remember, it was like sideways camera.
I remember that one. Yeah, the little black one.
Yeah. And I put on a little tripod and I was making like Silent Hill, Resident Evil, third person kind of videos. Where I was like waiting every day. I was like, it's foggy outside, I can make a Silent Hill video. And I was like,
I just remember the day that we got like, I think school got canceled because of the fog. And I remember you kicked out a video that same day.
I was like, yes. I don't know how to make video effects. Oh, wait. Opportunist.
I remember seeing you like putting out these videos. And I was like, I'm the video guy.
Yeah.
Like this guy, this fucking guy.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Right.
Only one video person in this town.
Whatever, you know, as long as he's over there, I'm over here in Swan. He's over in Mommy, it's fine. But, and then you came back to Swan, and then I think we talked like maybe one or two times just like at school, and I was like, okay, he's actually pretty sweet. Like, we can be the video guys together.
Look at this bitch.
Because I didn't hit puberty until like my junior year. This is this little like 5'1" high pitched voice kid. Hey guys.
Those are the days.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we made that gun video together.
Yeah. I wish I'll have to pull off Facebook because it was literally prepubescent me, high pitched voice, like trying to look cool. I think I had the aviator shades on.
Oh my god!
Oh wow!
I thought I put on silent.
Yeah,
it is on silent. It was Skynet time.
Can you believe this guy? Unprofessional.
With Bixby.
But yeah, it was like a high pitched voice, and you come walking up because you were like jacked. You were like.
What do you mean I was jacked?
Okay, for like somebody in like late middle school, early high school, you were ripped, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
Those days ain't coming back.
But you come walking up, and I remember just my high pitched voice just guns on the table, and you pull out like 7 or to like 9 different guns, like a shotgun and like dual like. So, anyways, that was our first video. It was just that one clip.
It's just that one clip.
Which was so funny. I remember just like crying, laughing, and like trying to hold it together. And we started making more videos together.
Yeah. Do you remember the videos in a gym we made? Like
it's the sniper ones.
Yeah.
I still have those somewhere.
Always had Matt dying. It was like the go-to man if we wanted someone to die.
Dude,
Matt
that man would
ragdoll.
full send it every day. Our buddy Matt, like in every single video, and I don't even think we did it on purpose. He was just so good at it that we did it without thinking. He died somehow in every video because he was just so good. Like, if we were like, all right, so you just got shot, he would literally throw himself and ragdoll. Yeah. Like it was insane.
Just break physics.
Right. Like fold up like a pretzel. And like our group like changed over the years. Like we had like one group, and then it kind of, some people left and more people came in, and
high school stuff.
Yeah, everybody, other kids, they were like doing bonfires and drinking and going out partying with their friends. Every weekend we were slamming Mountain Dews and making videos.
LAN parties and videos.
LAN parties and videos, which anybody who's born after 2000 probably has no idea what a LAN party is.
Gotta do it. Gotta bring it back.
I'm telling you, those were the days, man. Those were the days. What was your favorite video we made back then?
There's a few. I really liked the Breaking Bad one. So mad that I deleted it. I went through like a phase where I was like, I'm purging everything. I don't want no one to see this shoddy, crappy amateur work. No, Steven Spielberg might see this, and I'll delete. And I didn't know you could private videos. And
you're like the dude in Death Note. He's like, delete. And I was literally like, why didn't you just put them on private? You're like, oh, I didn't think about that.
I didn't know that was a thing. I can't remember the other videos, because it was that one.
Gone was really good too.
I did like.
I feel like that's when I really started playing with like new like camera like positions and textures. That's when we actually started getting like depth of field. Like the background was like blurry.
And you always came in clutch of all the airsoft guns.
Still will.
Still will.
I think one of my all-time favorites is Bar Fight, though.
Bar Fight's fun.
Just because it's fun, the choreography was fun, the comedy was like perfectly timed.
That's good. Oh, what's another good one? Pool Party.
Pool Party. That was like one of the end
parties.
That was like the end of that era. I feel like.
Sad. Rip. Sad.
Pool Party was fun though. I watched that just the other day with the kids actually. Oh, really? I showed them like all of our old ones, and they were like, "Why'd you guys do that?" I was like, "Cause it was fun. We like doing it.
It was fun.
You guys like playing with your stuffed animals. We like playing with cameras and telling these stories, and kind of shaped where we're at now.
Yeah, literally,
which is really cool. We wanted to be YouTubers, but the YouTube like ecosystem changed, and they don't really reward short form storytelling content anymore. They want like longer form, consistent, and just stuff like this takes time. It's just not. It's hard to. You can't put out a video every day as a short video.
You cannot. Not good ones, at least.
Right.
Or ones you're happy with.
So because of that, I got into corporate video.
And you've been doing well with that, buddy.
Thank you.
Banging them out. It's like looking at a superstar.
Far away from that, but it's been a fun journey. I went to a career tech school, Penta, as I'm telling you stuff you already know, but for the viewers and listeners.
No, I forgot.
I ended up going to Penta Career Center, which is in Perrysburg, Ohio, and they had a video production program. So I went there, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really learn much because we had spent so much time on YouTube, like teaching ourselves this stuff. So really, it was just an excuse for me for 2 years to just play with cameras and get out and start freelancing, and then got hired into a small production house making like. I don't know if you remember this. I was making like appliance repair videos.
Yeah, I remember.
It was so janky. I got hired as an editor and then kind of moved up to directing my own, like directing appliance repair videos, which was really just setting up cameras and moving cameras closer when they're like, oh, I'm gonna disconnect this fucking sensor. But that went really well, and then from there I joined a startup company, which got me into live events, got me into photography, got me more into like corporate commercials, internal training videos and stuff like that, which kind of gave me the backbone to learn like more in-depth camera movements and like techniques and the rules and whatnot. Eventually, I realized I was getting severely underpaid there, which we've talked about. Yeah. And so I put together this whole PowerPoint. I was like, hey, I'm gonna need a raise. And they just, there's no counteroffer. They just said no.
Nah.
So I just remember going home broken, and this is before my wife and I got married, but we were living together, and I was like, I don't know what to do because, you know, this is all I've ever done my whole life. Like, that was a little bit of a handicap in a way because, like, I had never worked any other job, and it's very much a privilege that I never had to work another job, but also I was like, I don't know how to fucking do any of this stuff. Like, I don't know, like, and no, who's gonna look at my resume and be like, oh yeah, we'd love to have you doing this. So I was like, all right, I can either start over completely, or I can buy my own gear and just do it myself, because at this point I was getting clients, I was doing my own thing. So I was like, you know, just cut out the middleman, I get the money. There's the raise I was looking for. So I did it. I bought all the stuff, bought like $10,000 worth of equipment, and then I was like, all right, here we go. And then the shutdown happened.
Then the shutdown. Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, and that sucked. But we ended up making it through. Like you know, we pulled ourselves out. We own all of our equipment outright. All this stuff that this is being shot on, like, we don't owe anything on this. Like, we just own it, which is great.
That's good.
So yeah, I guess that was like my journey into like doing stuff, and then I got into like weddings because weddings are fun, and it's honestly just, you know, spending people's best days of their lives with them. Or I mean, you've done a couple with me. It's typically
fun.
just fun.
It's just it's just nice to be like social, like go to a social event like that and just be able to partake in someone's day, and it's like everyone gets in sync with their emotions. It's like a little like emotion high.
Yeah,
it's like it's good
for sure. And then you drive home afterwards and you're just like, who was the one shooting the wedding? Never the one in the wedding. So that was my story from you know, high school till basically up till now. I'd love to hear more about your experience.
My experience. I only had one goal. Okay, well, let me tell you, from the get-go, and this man is a witness. I just wanted to make a Jurassic Park video.
This is true.
I wanted a dinosaur. And I tried making videos of no dinosaurs. I remember one time I like filmed in your woods.
Yeah.
And he wanted me to like learn how to make muzzle flashes. And I just didn't do it.
I remember asking you about it. You're like, I don't know, something happened on the export.
I tried. Yeah, my goal is to I just want to make short films that I really want to make. I do want to make a dinosaur video. I was like, with acting, I was like, I just want to get on Jurassic Park set. I don't care. Give me the next Primitive War 2, like something. Like, but I grew up on a lot of like survival horror, like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, so that's a lot of big inspiration. So I was like, I really want to make something like that, like, and just kind of do my own thing with, you know, that what's it?
The genre?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I got you.
Thanks. I'm running off a little sleep around. I'm still in my work clothes. But
you look great.
No. After I got out of the military, I did some volunteering stuff too there. And after that, I was like, I could start up making videos again. Like, I remember always being so like, especially those days in high school where we were just like, let's make a video every weekend. And it was nice. You know, everyone had free time, so we were always able to get it. You know, and then once we got older, it was just hard to get everyone back together.
Yeah.
But with that, I started acting and found like a whole bunch of people too that want to like be in it. So we always have people to be in stuff. So I'm very excited.
Shout out Film Toledo and Toledo Talent.
Yeah, Film Toledo Talent, Next Gen Talent.
Let's go.
My agency.
Love you guys. Need to have them on, honestly.
Very grateful. Yeah, really. Yeah, I'm very grateful for them. I wouldn't have any of the courage to kind of step in this kind of path. So, but yeah, being on movie sets and stuff like that is fun. It's crazy. I remember my first SAG film I was on set for. It was kind of a crazy experience. Because they're like, oh, you got the part. And I was like, what? And I was like, you know, speaking lines and stuff like that. And it's like a SAG film. And like, it was like big time actors on there. I didn't know that there were big time actors there. It was just like, I get there and I was like, I don't want to look up anybody or whatever. I was like, I feel like that's kind of like the stardom kind of whatever.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't want to fall for that. I just want to know my lines and stuff.
Show up, be professional.
Yeah. So the first day of filming, I'm like, okay, we do my lines, and I'm so used to just like reading them and then saying my lines, but not hearing other people's lines. So I was like, it took a second. It took me like 5 takes, and I was like, fuck, they hate me. They hate me. I'm throwing myself down these stairs. Like, but they were very patient with me, and they were awesome. It was a great crew. Everyone was very nice to me, and I was like the only person from Toledo that was acting. Everyone was from Hollywood and stuff like that, New York. I was like, what? Like, no, I guess I can't really say that because the movie's not out yet, but it was just some people from video games I played and like movies and stuff I grew up on and stuff. So it was really cool. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Like after that first day film, I was like, I'm gonna look at everybody. I was like, what?
I'm gonna be in this?
I'm with them? No way. My acting's horrendous, but my goal is to like.
No. Are you kidding me, dude?
Because I was nervous, but my goal is like I'm not deleting like the history because that's what I regret with the old YouTube videos because you can't see the progression, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's really good to keep. But yeah, my goal is to act and direct stuff. Like like I'm making a short film right now called Orchid. It's kind of like Resident Evil 4 vibe. Not to just plug in my stuff in this podcast, but
that's why we're here. Plug it.
But yeah, just working on it, and I'm really excited for it. And I'm taking my time, getting special. I like practical effects a lot. I think it's some dying art in the film. Everything's all CGI.
I think we've talked about that. Like the best way to sell an effect, like something that isn't really there, is a mixture of practical, like special effects, and amplify it with CG.
Yeah, exactly.
Like don't fully replace it with CG. Don't just go the full CG route. But like, I think we've talked about how like recent movies, like post early 2000s, just kind of, they don't have the same feel because it just doesn't feel tangible.
Yeah.
You see a practical effect, you know it's there physically.
Exactly. Everything's just all green screen.
Yeah.
It's something. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm going to interject and I'm going to throw off his whole vibe. You're talking about Orchid and your practical effects.
Yeah, that's been fun. I've been learning a lot about that, making creatures. I like creature stuff, monsters, like I said, Resident Evil, Silent Hill stuff. But my goal
Whispers in the Woods. We did a Skinwalker. That mask was sweet.
I wish we had a whole costume. I know. There's like a couple parts in there you could tell it's just it's just someone holding a head.
But yeah, it's all right.
It came out good.
Depends on what screen you're watching it on. Watch it on your phone.
Watch it on your phone.
Don't put it 4K on your TV. It does not hold up. 3 weeks, not bad. Not bad. No. I think we really proved to ourselves we could do something.
Yes.
There.
Yes.
But anyways, you were saying.
Yeah, no. I've just been trying to work on my skills. I'm very new to like the, what do you call it? I guess the post part of like editing. Like I've always edited like the old videos and stuff like for my channel, and we had 2 separate channels.
Oh yeah.
That we always like, oh, let's do a video for your channel, let's do a video for mine. Like we always did that stuff. But this time I was like, okay, I need to like learn what the terms and learn. Like I'm going to Full Sail right now for digital cinematography. I'm very grateful for that because I got like a good camera and decent enough to actually like do stuff with.
What's the Sony FX6? Yeah, that thing's a beast. When you gave me that footage from that shoot you did for me, that was incredible.
It is. And this is, I feel like Spider-Man when he's like in the like Spider-Man Homecoming where he has an advanced suit and stuff like that, but he's like in Baby Moon, like he doesn't can't utilize it to its full potential because he doesn't know it. That's how I feel. I'm like, I gotta learn this. I was like, what mode is that?
So you need to learn the technical know-how so that you can get your Spider-Man suit out of baby mode and put it into advanced.
You're like Tony Stark, all right? I'm trying to get to your level.
I don't know if I would say that. But I do. I just really I attribute it to like my experience of like just getting into the field, because when I started, I feel like people are like, oh wow, you were so good in high school that you got no. No, it was a lot of being in the right place at the right time and meeting the right people who were willing to share their knowledge with me. And I purchased a lot of courses. Like I've spent an insane amount of money on courses. And I'm gonna plug it here. I'm not an affiliate or anything, but to any like young creatives who want to get into photography or videography, full-time filmmaker, 100% jump on that, because those guys are continuously updating their course. I think they're on a subscription model now, but since I bought it back in the day, I got grandfathered in for like the one-time buy, which is great. But they're always adding more stuff like video, photo, studio work, weddings, corporate, the business side, what to charge, what gear. That was a game changer for me. So a lot of just like nose to the grindstone, just trial and error, kind of where you're at now, you know, and I developed my style from there. And then I really like, you know, I knew my stuff was, this is just not egotistical, I knew my stuff was good, but I really feel like it was when we did Whispers is when I was like, oh, like we could actually do something with this. Like. Yeah, like we could, like that dream that like teenage us wanted to do, we could do that now. I don't know where I was going with that, but
that's good.
There's always more to learn.
Yes.
That's the thing that's cool about this industry. There's always more. You know, you learn the rules so that you can learn how to break them properly. Like, it's like, I always tell people, it's like the pirate's code. Like, there's the exposure triangle, but like, you understand why that's important, like f-stop versus shutter versus ISO, so that you can take those rules and throw them out the window when you need to.
Like, I know how to go outside the lines without and make it look good.
Exactly. So that's the thing that I like really love about this industry is, you know, you kind of make whatever you want with it.
You can do your own style. Like,
Right.
It's really like, and it's crazy to see how like if you look at all the directors out there and stuff, you can tell each one has their own unique like trait, their own story, like their own like style. Yeah. And it's like, okay, because like one day we'll have our own, you know?
Yeah, that's something like I've been thinking about lately. I'm like, man, we really wanted to be like the Freddie W's and the Corridors, right? We're their age, like now, when they blew up. So like, and I get it, it's like my frontal lobe fully developed. And I was like, I feel like I spent so much time trying to emulate other people's styles, whereas now I'm like, I'm just gonna do my thing. Like with this project, I would have set this up so much differently 5 years ago versus like now. I'm like, this is how I want to do it. Is it technically right? No. Just crap in the background over here. But like, you know, this is my studio. And so just kind of, we're in a transition period right now. We're setting up for Christmas stuff.
Yeah,
like,
you're doing good. And his studio, he's got a studio.
Got a studio. Just you wait. We're going to be doing some cool stuff here.
Quick thing with the Freddie W thing. I remember when we started talking about those like Corridor Digital and I remember Clint, but I can't remember his
Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, his shit was good too. Holy shit.
I just got done rewatching Video Game High School, the whole series.
Hell yeah.
Brought some memories back. I was like,
what a time that was.
But I remember I kept being like, yeah, I watched this YouTuber named Freddie Do.
I forgot about Freddie Do.
Freddie Do.
How old are you, Freddie W?
I was like, what? No, Freddie Do.
Which, I think his channel's Rocket Jump now.
Yeah,
they renamed the Freddie W, right?
Did they change it?
I think they did.
Rocket Jump now.
I think they changed it from Freddie W to Rocket Jump. So it's the same one. Just like if you go back on Rocket Jump, you can see the older videos. Kind of like what you do with your channel.
Yeah. I just like reskinned those.
You were like, well, I already got subscribers. Just changed the name of them.
Why would I start new? There's a little section for the OG spot.
Yeah, I know. Tyler and I went back on Discord a couple of weeks ago and just kind of watched through the old stuff, and it was really nice just to go down memory lane. It's like a time capsule we have, you know?
That's good. With another thing to Freddie W, a little fun fact. They did like a little competition giveaway for like a PS4, and I won that.
That's right.
I remember on Twitter. I didn't even barely use Twitter.
Yep.
I wrote some poetic stuff right there.
Yeah, you won it from Brandon
Latch. Yeah. I missed that, man.
Man, it's wild. Like
he's doing VR stuff like really good. He made Boneworks.
Boneworks is great. Yeah, man, it's crazy to like think about how much time has passed.
Yeah. I remember I was in SOI, like the School of Infantry, and I got my phone one weekend, and I was like, okay, I see this motherfucker over in California seeing Gordon on digital, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I went to VidCon. And honestly, you want to hear something crazy? I hated it.
Really?
I absolutely hated VidCon.
Just like the event, or just?
I think, well, okay. At the time, I hated it, and now I'm grateful because I feel like it was really humbling. Because, you know, I coming from a small town, like, you know, grew up in Swanton, which is outside of Toledo, which is in Northwest Ohio, which is literally fucking nothing.
We're still a village. We're a
Right,
village. We're not a city.
There's not much, like, there's a small city, like, 10 minutes that way, and I grew up, like, 30 minutes the other. So, like, I literally grew up in cornfields, and so I thought that I was top shit because I was like, oh, look, you know, I'm 19 or however old I was at the time. I wasn't old enough to drink, I know that much, so, you know, pre-21. Oh, they look at me, I'm, you know, working in the industry, I'm so cool. I go out there and I actually meet my heroes, and they do say never to meet your heroes, right? And they weren't bad or anything, like, they were great. They were super awesome and, like, really fun and, like, answered a lot of my questions. But it was really humbling because, like, I was waiting in line and there were all these people ahead of me doing the same thing. And I was like, to them, I'm just like a speck in a sea of people who they inspired. And it's not anything they did wrong, you know, like that's just like, that's, you know, their online celebrities.
Their perspective, yeah.
Right. And so like, that was like, it really, I feel like I rewired my brain because I was like, they're never going to remember me.
Well, they will now. If we're just
right. But I was like, and like I said, that's like not a diss on them or anything, but it was just like, I thought that I was like here, same level as them. I was going to go out there and we were going to hit it off and like collaborate on something. And then like, I realized I'm really just kind of nobody. I'm just some kid from a small town who came out here to meet some people who met with thousands of other people over the same weekend. I remember crying. Like, I remember like walking away, like I met Nico and Sam and I ran into Clint just randomly. I ran into Ren randomly and they were super cool. Like I said, every single one of them was very like down to earth and like very cool and answered all my questions and actually gave me the time. But I just remember walking away and just I don't know how to describe it. It was just, like I said, very humbling. And from there, that's when I like kind of was like, okay, I need to stop trying to emulate them and chasing like, because I feel like we're all guilty of like having an idea in our head and we already like accept that as truth. And then, you know, life kind of smacks you in the face and you're like, oh, that's not, like, you can't control really anything. So after that, I was just like, I was able to step back from myself and be like, okay, so where am I going after this? Because clearly the direction I thought that I would go from like my early teens, it's just not, that's not how the world works. Like maybe someday, you know, we'll make something cool and maybe we will run into them somewhere at something and it'll be really cool and they'll see us as peers and maybe we will collaborate. I'm not saying that's off the table, but realistically, yeah. You know, especially at that time, like, yeah. So I'm glad that I did it. I just remember being so devastated, but it definitely rewired my brain chemistry because I was just like, it's just not. I remember calling my mom up and being like devastated, and she kind of made fun of me because she was like, "What'd she say?" She's like, "Oh, did you realize you're just a fish in a sea of fish?" And I was like, good. But I mean, she was right though. Yeah. I mean, that is what happened. I was smacked down off my pedestal and realized it's just the same as anybody else who picked up a camera and was inspired by these people.
Do you think if you didn't have that moment, your film style would be kind of different, or like just think you'd be here?
I think I'd be delayed, honestly. I think there was like a lot of things that compounded around that period of my life where it kind of made me have a different outlook on life. Because like I said, that made me stop trying to emulate what they were doing and made me kind of step back and evaluate what I wanted to do with the skills that I had acquired and, you know, where I was in the industry. So I think I would have gotten here eventually. I just don't think I would have been as soon. And so, like I said, this sounds like a terrible experience. It was a really good experience. And like, I'm really grateful for the emotional impact it had on me for that reason.
It sounds like a good pinnacle moment.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like one of those Canon events.
Yeah, honestly, I was like Uncle Ben dying. I was like, "Ugh," I got humbled. But yeah, I remember I was there with another buddy, and he was like, what's going on with you right now? And I was like, I don't know. But like I said, that was a really interesting thing. I never wanted to go to VidCon again after that, because I was just like, it just didn't feel like what I thought it would feel like, and I had really no interest in going back. But I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, you were doing that stuff and you saw me out there. Yeah, because we weren't talking very much around that time.
No, I only got my phones on certain like weekends, earned it, and and then after I went into the fleet and all that, and it was kind of hard to stay connected. Just being in a different state and for so many years.
Yeah, everything finally came back home.
Finally came back.
Which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing to come back to such a small area.
Come back. Nah, I think it's good.
It seems like you're doing really well. I mean, we've both done pretty well for ourselves. We got houses. We have decent cars. You're doing the acting thing. I've got a couple businesses under my belt.
Your stuff's starting to grow out there. You got your foundation growing. So it's
finally,
start skyscraping soon.
That's right. Building, as my uncle always says, building the empire. And I'm really excited for our plans for the future. Yeah. We just did a previs for an action film that we want to do out at our buddy's old boss from a previous job. He's got like 200 acres of land or something. He's got so much land that the government leases his land from him to put like radio towers on. Like, this man has generational wealth. But it's such a beautiful piece of land. There's like rivers and valleys, and for Northwest Ohio, southeastern Michigan, it's not bad. Especially since it's mostly flat around here.
Exactly.
So it's really cool, and we were sitting out there, we were camping this last weekend, which was like the last probably warmish weekend of the year.
Yeah.
We were having a couple drinks, we were feeling good, and AJ was like, "Can you get this shot of me like diving and like shooting my gun?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." And so then my brain starts rolling, his brain starts rolling. I'm like, "All right, well, what if we like filmed an action film out here?" So we shot a couple scenes before leading up to that moment, some after, and threw something together, and it came out really well. And then we started talking ideas on what we would do out there. So we're either going to shoot that in the spring or over the winter. I wouldn't mind doing it with snow on the ground.
Yeah, I definitely want to do a snow one. We can always do more than one.
I think that, because we had the idea of throwing the snowball, or you had that idea, the bloody snowball.
I think that'd be fun. That'd be some good stuff.
Yeah. So for the future, that's the plan. Is we'd love to do a series. We've talked about a couple series that we want to do. We've talked about a couple feature lengths that we want to do. And we've talked about some shorts we want to do still, even if it's just concept scenes.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think I definitely know if like life would be so different if we never were friends, though.
I know.
Like, I don't know if I'd like where I would stand at in the video side of things.
I mean, honestly, me either. I feel like we really like shaped each other in that way. I mean, like, it's one thing when you're doing it on your own, but like in a way, we held ourselves accountable, or held each other accountable, without being like, "Hey, I'm holding you accountable." It was just fun.
It was just it was fun. Like we sync up pretty good, like quick. Like even this weekend, it
Speak
was
for yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna jump out the window now. But yeah, we really do, and it's always a good team, always.
Yeah, and I finally just so it's November at the time of filming. It's mid-November right now. I left my day job back in mid-August. Yeah, so I've been on my own for 3 months now doing this, and it's been awesome. However, because honestly I should have left sooner, because I have so much of a backlog of just like editing, and like it's just like, oh man, we gotta shoot something. I'm like, I know, I'm almost caught up, and then like something else pops. I'm like, damn it. But really, I don't have like anything to film until mid-December. So my plan is get everything done by then, finish up my last one in January, and then we can just kind of dive in, because I don't have anything until I have like a couple one-offs here and there, but nothing big until May of next year.
Yeah.
So we could take a good 2-3 months and, you know, take our time with
Crank out
something
some
nice
stuff,
and you know, put out something that we're really proud of.
I think that'd be nice, yeah.
I mean, we do cool stuff on our own, but I like that synergy. When we work together, like we just play off each other so well. I don't know if it's just because of the history or just like who we are as people, but like we just link up and make it happen.
Link up just quick. It's like you got to do some of these challenges with me. These like film challenges. I think we'll make some good stuff.
I know.
Like I think it'd be really fun.
I'd love to do a 48-hour film fest with you next year.
It's so fun. I'm tired of doing it by myself. Everyone has like teams, and I'm just me, just filming, editing, and acting in it.
Ken.
I'm just Ken. And it's always at the I always feel like Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible when he presses the button at the last second when I'm trying to submit it. I'm like, oh, it's like 7:57. It's been rough. So I did the last 2 by myself, but next one that I do probably will be with someone.
What we need to do is look at the calendar for next year so I don't accidentally book over top of it.
Yeah.
But hopefully by then Thistle's on full time doing this stuff too. So if we are double booked, then you know they can just handle something and
be able to take care of it.
That'll be that. But
yeah, no, it's I was gonna say earlier when you were talking about work and stuff like that. You got to do what you have to do in order to do what you want to do, even though it sucks at times.
Yeah, I mean, you got to make money. You got to make money. Like the world, you know, revolves around that dollar bill. Yeah. Well, I need to increase our prices. You know, because we were just trying to get a lot of people in the door, which is great. I love every single one of our clients, and everybody who's gotten us here. But it's getting to the point now where we have too much volume for we put so much time into the quality that we can't keep up with the quantity. Yeah. So next year, the big thing that we're going to be doing is, I'm revamping the website for weddings, revamping the website for corporate stuff. Optimizing SEO, it's not just SEO anymore, it's also AI search optimization, which is something I just stumbled on last night, is you have to embed certain code in your website so that it actually pops up in AI, and so it's not just Google ranking anymore, it's just ChatGPT ranking, Grok ranking, whatever else is out there ranking, Gemini or whatever all of them are, and as much hate as AI gets, it's not going anywhere. This Pandora's box has been open. You can't put it back in, so you just have to adapt to that. We're just trying to adapt to that world.
It is a good topic to talk about real quick. Is this is my thoughts of AI. As soon as people hear it, they're like, shun. Oh, you use AI in your... AI is supposed to be a tool. You're supposed to help you and aid. It's not supposed to replace you. It's not supposed to replace a whole bunch of things. But AI might be the only reason I have a dinosaur in a video one day.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
Because I remember. Wow, I already stumbled way past AI already. But I was gonna say I started going to school for computer animation, so I was like, I'll just make the damn dinosaur myself. And I was like, this is taking too long.
I like that your whole journey into this industry has been driven by dinosaurs.
I just want to make dinosaur movies. Or be in a
Why are they so hard?
I'll quit. After that, I'll be done. I can retire.
I did it.
I did it. I'm done. New life.
I mean, but honestly, I don't know. I get a lot of hate for my usage of AI, and maybe talking about this isn't the right thing to do on this podcast, but it's not going anywhere. Yeah, and if I want to stay relevant, especially in my industry, there's other people who are using it. And if I don't, then I'm gonna fall behind those people who couldn't switch from film to digital cameras. It's literally, I mean, it's not the same, but it's the same concept. New technology came out, you either adapt to it or you die with the old technology.
Exactly.
And I just got in the green with my company, so I am not dying with the old technology. I refuse. So I'm not using it for everything. Yeah. But if there's certain things where I'm this will benefit from that, SEO optimization for my website. There's places where I hire people, or I would hire somebody to do SEO for my website because that's not something I have, and I don't want to take jobs away from people. However, AI optimization for searching sounds like an AI job to me. Like, is somebody going to write a, whatever code that perfectly fits in with, every AI? I don't know, but I do know that I can type that in, it'll spit it out, and I can put it on my website.
Exactly.
So there are like little things like that, and there's a lot of really cool technology being developed out there. I think I talked to you a little bit about it. I don't want to get too much into it. Just I don't want to throw out my ideas.
Yeah.
But like there's like different technologies coming out here and there that's AI, and it's like I'm watching it and keeping my finger on the pulse. And like, if I combine this with that and this with that, then I can do this, which will set me apart.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how we got on this tangent of AI, but it's, as much hate as it gets, and I understand, I do understand the hate. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't. Like, there are definitely people who use it for nefarious reasons and are doing evil things with it, like stuff I'm not going to mention here. But as long as you're using, like, reputable companies, you're not using it for, like, a replacement to your therapist or as a friend. You're actually still going out and touching grass and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. Like, use it to make your life better. Use it to make your dreams come true. Like, use it for that stuff.
And hopefully the right protocols come out, like legally for everything, just to be able to not contain it, but like kind of just guide it in the right way for a more healthy and more safer use.
Yeah.
For like our purpose, like with like it being a tool, like it's a good thing for a tool. Like I remember watching his TikTok. This guy edited the whole video until the end. He used like AI to make a creature. And everyone was like, "Oh, he used AI that ruined the whole video." It's like he used it right. Like it was a tool. Like he didn't. You see all the like YouTube shorts and stuff like that. The brain rot videos. It's all AI, and you can tell it's like it's AI. Like it's just all AI stuff. That's trash. But actually using it and utilizing it to still be like you're the one driving.
Yeah. Like indie filmmakers like you and I, we don't have the budget to hire a massive VFX team to put it, a CGI, but like we can spend $20 on Google VO and get a somewhat not janky looking thing.
Exactly.
And the thing that I feel like most people don't like realize about AI generated schlop is that like it being AI generated is baked into the metadata of that file. Like it is being flagged as AI. And you see it on TikTok, you see it on Facebook now, where it's like, this has been flagged as AI. And sure, yeah, you can screenshot it and like, repost it, but like people are noticing the telltale signs now, like 87 like fingers now. Like if you follow a line on a design, it doesn't like work right. So I think that as it develops more and more, there are going to be more and more fail safes. And like I said, it's Pandora's box, it's open. It's like these big tech companies aren't going to stop developing because people are like, oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. No,
so
there's money there.
Right. Like I said, don't use it as a crutch.
Exactly.
Don't rely on it, but use it it's just another tool in the toolbox. Just like me with my cameras, me with my editing software. It's just another thing I can pull out to make my product better.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to replace people. I'm not, but I hire people when I need to hire people, but there's like little things that it helps with.
Exactly, that's true.
So we're getting close to the end here.
Yeah.
And I had a really good question for you that I would also like to answer, but I want to start with you. Is with all of the knowledge that you have now, what would you go back and tell your 13-year-old self?
I'd be like, keep pushing videos, work harder, you could do it. We'll be YouTube stars right
now. You can bring back a flash drive.
This has everything.
This has everything you need.
Let's take these videos. I'll go all the way back to 1992. Remake Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Too bad we don't have any film camera knowledge.
No, just with the knowledge I have now, and to bring it back, then I would definitely just keep trying to make videos, and don't delete your old stuff. That's one thing. I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Like, like that Deadpool meme where he just goes back in time and
fixes everything. Yeah.
No, it's it'd been nice to like be able to, because for me it was more like I liked the acting part a lot more back then. And then instead of being behind the camera, which now kind of the roles reversed a little bit, I would have focused more on like be able to guide myself into more of the right direction instead of just like spreading myself so thin to like all these other things. I'd be able to focus on like, that's my biggest issue is like I try to do a whole bunch of stuff.
Try to do all of it.
I'm like, I'm gonna do everything, but be able to hone it in. That's what I'm trying to work on more these days, is trying to just hone in on filmmaking and acting and stuff instead of just, that's a whole other video it could be. But
we'll have you back on.
Just hone in on skills, keep training, keep learning, and don't get comfortable, just keep learning.
Yeah. Nice. I think if I were to go back and talk to my 13-year-old self, I think the biggest thing that I would say to myself is don't always believe other people. And like what I mean by that is like, and without like calling anybody out, but like, with like my personal life and like family and stuff, I've had a lot of people put me down on like, oh, you'll never be able to do that. Oh, if you don't do it this way, you're never gonna be able to make it happen. I felt like I spent too much time listening to other people instead of listening to my inner voice. So if I could go back and tell myself something, I'd be like, trust your inner voice, trust that drive, because, I feel like like you and like our other friends look at me and they're like, wow, Tiernen really has it figured out. And I'm just like, I really don't. I've just been very lucky, but I definitely feel like I would be further along now if I had just like crossed that bridge sooner, like went out on my own sooner, believed in myself sooner, which is, a double-edged sword because nobody at that age believes in themselves.
Yeah,
but
rough era.
I think I would go back and just be like, believe in yourself, trust yourself, what you're doing, follow your gut, and you'll be all right, kid. Just keep making your videos, and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would go back and say to like keep it short, I guess. I try not to think about it too much when I wrote it down, because I wanted to like let it come.
Someone got to write everything down. I have to go. One more thing with the thing with I've been learning when coming to make my own short film and stuff like that. Since I've been in the acting side of things, and I didn't know in Toledo, Ohio, the film industry is starting to boom here. Like we're starting to get a lot of big projects, and it was crazy going from when we were making videos together as kids to finding out there's a whole bunch of like, it's a bigger thing here with people trying to make short films and do this kind of like creative stuff. And I never thought it was here. Like I remember
it was like it's like in The Walking Dead when they're at Alexandria and they come across Jesus and he's like, your world's about to get a whole lot bigger.
Exactly. That's how it was. I was like, whoa.
Like, all these other like civilizations also making videos.
Because I remember I did my first audition with Toledo Talent before they turned into, well, there's two of them now. They split, Toledo Talent and then like the actual acting part, which is Next Gen Talent. When I did my audition for them, they showed me the videos they were making, and I was like, oh cool. So like showed them our video and they were really impressed. They loved your camera work. They were like, they were like, I gotta meet the person that was behind the camera. Like it was amazing stuff. They were he was I'll trust him with my camera. Like it was that kind of stuff. So I was very excited to be like, yeah, I was a part of that.
Yeah.
It was, I did a little bit, but I could.
Listen, like I feel like you're always so humble about them. You're like, oh, you did most of it. No, like you definitely had creative, like you may not have been the director, but you were definitely creative director. Like you had a lot of input, a lot of ideas. We ran through a couple different shots, and you would tell me where to stand for a certain shot and stuff. And I think you need to give yourself more credit, pal. But it was really cool to like hear that and be like, these people like really want to meet you, and I'm just like, I'm just out here playing with my camera. I don't know, like I don't know, like in school, other kids were like, oh, your videos are so fun. But like we look back now, I'm like, that was trash. Like, I mean, for the time, they're good, but like, and for us being in middle school and high school, but so to like hear that from people who have like been doing this and like get people signed and get people like gigs and stuff, I was like, oh, that's like crazy. And then I went to that mixer and everybody was like, you made that? And I was like, yeah. Like, it was chill.
It's funny because like, yeah, we look back at our videos and we're like, oh, that's so lame. But like, I show people our videos all the time. And I remember showing another group, a local film group here. We're like, oh, let's just show our high school videos we made and stuff like that. And they're like, I thought we were showing bad videos. Like, they really liked it, so it was fun.
The foundation was laid perfectly for us.
So we always make something special. There's something special here, the connection. But with learning how to being exposed to that, there's so much stuff like we're used to doing like our solo crews and stuff like that, but there's so many like roles that come into like making a video. It's crazy. There's the audio, there's lighting, there's a film, there's the photography. Like there's so much, a script, the acting, there's a lot. And with trying to do this, I struggled with was trying to do it all by myself. And I was like, I guess I was a little ego too, and I was like, Anthony Reyes for every role. Like, and I was like, that's gonna look kind of stupid.
Yeah.
And I felt bad because I played a main character in it, but it's only because I do all the stunts. I was like, I'm not making anyone else, and I'm not paying for a stunt coordinator. I don't care if I break my own back.
Right.
I do care if I hurt other people.
It was our old saying from back when we were in school, that anything for the shot.
Anything for the shot.
It just hurts a little bit more now.
Hurts a little bit more now. Feel it more now.
Don't bounce back, just kick. There's that one video that we made where I was hanging from the rope from the tree. Yeah. And my wrist got tore up from that. But I was like 16 or 17, so like a week later I was fine. That same day I was fine with the marks went away. But,
it's crazy thinking about what all goes into it, and I'm very excited to not you holding the prolonged eye contact with the person walking past. I don't care how I look.
I was talking.
But I'm very excited for what we're gonna make in the future, buddy.
Yeah, me too.
I'm happy we're getting back to a point where like that's what I was always trying to like reach up to. You always say like, you're not trying to get to my level. I'm trying to get to your level. And it's not like a competition thing. It's like you literally inspire me to like make more. With these like 40-hour challenges, I see how other people create these things, and I'm like, I don't get jealous. I literally just get inspired, and it makes me like, I got to make a video, like a good video, and it's not like to compete, but it's like to learn and to actually like make myself better. Not, like I said, not a competition, but just make myself better to like a better standard level.
Yeah. I think that's the thing about like video and even photography is just like, I think it's Film Riot who always says it, is just get out and shoot. Just get out and shoot, because you're not going to learn sitting behind a desk. You gotta get out, you gotta get your hands on a camera, whether it's just your phone or, we made that previs on my phone and I was like buzzed and it still turned out pretty good. So like, I feel like the barrier to entry or whatever they call it is so accessible now. It's so easy to get into this now. We made these janky videos back in the day with like these crappy cameras, and like this is better than any of the cameras we had.
Literally.
Like it's insane. So just get out and shoot and have fun with your friends. Like that's what we did, and like, we're maybe not like the most successful we could be, but we're doing pretty all right. Yeah. I feel like we're doing good. Your acting is incredible, and your camera work is getting better and better. Not that it's like ever been bad, but like, I don't know, when I actually got hands on your footage from that thing you shot for me, I was like, wow, like this is good.
Appreciate it.
We should get you a stabilizer.
You only have so many core muscles.
But yeah, no, it's, I don't know where I was going with that, but we're about at time, so I want to give you an opportunity to kind of shout out your handles, any projects you're working on, any other people you want to shout out or anything. So tell the people what you got going on. Do the Sean Evans hot ones thing. This camera. No,
this camera right here. Hey, you. Hey, go check out my production company that I'm trying to learn how to make Corva Cinema. All right, go follow that on Instagram and TikTok. I'll learn to develop it better soon.
MySpace, Google
Check out
Plus.
what is mine?
I'll put them all in the description. I'll put in the description of this podcast.
Appreciate anyone that comes there to check out stuff. I'm hoping to get better at posting and just because I got to advertise to get there. So a lot of projects coming up though. Been trying to reach out to people and just film stuff and help build that portfolio and get the networking going.
So all you can do is get out and do it, right?
All right, plug in your stuff. You know it's your channel.
All right, check out what was this called? The Creative Hustle Lounge podcast. We're gonna, if you like listening to this, give us a follow. I'm probably gonna have this on YouTube and Facebook. Drop a like, a subscription. Share it with your friends if you feel like there's anything worth sharing. We're really just trying to share our experience in this industry and help the next generation of people get into this, because we do actually have a lot of experience in like trial and error. We're gonna have a lot of really cool guests on, people like AJ. I'm gonna have my buddy Brian on. I'm gonna have some people from the ad club. So we're gonna have people from all different walks of life coming on, whether to just talk about work-life balance, film stuff, other work stuff, or just, shoot the shit about stuff that doesn't matter. It's, we're not really gonna try to tie down anything. Yeah. Also, check out Garden of Love Films and Photos if you have a wedding coming up or anybody who is going to be getting married, for all of your wedding photography and videography needs, and Moonlight Innovative Co. for any corporate, commercial videography or photography. I think that's
do it.
That's
do
it.
When I get married again, I'm gonna.
I think you have a minute before that.
Do they still do the boxes? Hit this box if you
Honestly, I don't know, but we'll throw it on there. So check out AJ. I'll link all of his socials down in the description, or wherever that is on Spotify and Apple Music or Apple Podcasts or whatever. And on YouTube, we'll link everything down below. Check out my stuff down below, and thanks for tuning in, guys.
Keep liking. Please like, because it gives us a chance to hang out and work at the same time.
Right, yeah. I can write this off. All right, have a good one, guys. See you.